Hi, this is Joe Ryan with Precision Digital. Let's take a look at the Consolidator Plus multi-channel controller and see how it can be used to control multiple wet wells with multiple pumps being controlled on each one of the wells. This Consolidator Plus is set up to monitor 4 wet wells. While you can have 8 pieces of information on any Consolidator screen, this one is showing just 4. The 4 wet well levels in feet and inches, as well as bar graphs representing how full the well is. You'll notice there are horizontal lines on each bar graph showing the point at which one pump will turn on for level control and the point at which both pumps will turn on. Our customizable soft keys are currently displaying a right arrow to move to the next screen, our scan or stop scanning button, which will start or stop automatic screen scanning, a button to show the status of all relays, and an all alarm acknowledge button. To show you the control setup for wet well 1, we're going to press the right arrow and go to a wet well 1 detail screen. Here I once again see the wet well level in feet and inches as well as the bar graph, but we've also added relay 1 and relay 2, the 2 pumps that are being used to control wet well 1. You'll see their status, which is currently off, and the fact that you can see the runtime and the cycle counts for those pumps, which is great maintenance information to have. On this detail screen, I have soft keys that allow me to force on the relays, or simulated input if I want to run this system through a complete test. Let's see how all this will function in practice. As the level begins to rise in my well, I'm going to cross that first alarm threshold at 8 feet. When I do, one of my pumps is going to turn on. I've got my yellow alarm active and relay 1 is now on, which will drain my level until I get below the reset point. When this happens again, you're going to notice that pump 2 will turn on. Because this is pump alternation control, we're alternating which pump turns on. And once again, that should drain my level, and now all my pumps are off. However, if one pump is unable to keep up with the rise in level, so in this case I'll once again turn on pump 1 as they alternate back and forth, but assume that because there's too much water coming into the wet well, or perhaps pump 1 has failed and the level keeps going up, at 10 feet I'm reaching my red alarm level and both of my pumps are now on. I could also, of course, have additional alarms signaling operators to intervene. And when I reach my reset point, both my pumps will turn off. For maintenance purposes, we've added in a soft key, which will force on relay 1. And you'll see that relay 1 is on, so long as I hold the button. Or which will force on relay 2. And if I want to test the complete system function, I have my simulate button, which allows me to manually change my input to simulate the fact that my water levels are rising. And when I'm done my test, I just hit the reel button and return to my actual signal levels. The Consolidator Plus is a great option when you want to monitor multiple levels and control multiple levels in your system. Beyond the simple pump alternation application we looked at here today, it can be used with more than 2 pumps in the pump alternation scheme. It can have backup level transmitters in case of the primary level transmitter fails. You can implement either on-screen or on-panel hand-off auto switches and other complex level control elements that you can't do with your standard panel meter, and then provide a great alternative to using a PLC for level control such as this.